YouTube rejected my comment. This is fairly common, blah, blah, blah. Trying to share the StreamYard link. And let's see if it's doing it or not. Okay. Hey guys, having some technical difficulty here apparently, which is very weird. I don't even know how to fix it. I might have to go into YouTube or something. Golden Baba, how you doing? Okay, maybe that's gonna work. Logan, how you doing, Logan? Good to see you. Hey, man.
How are you, buddy?
Kid, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Right on.
How's this Sunday afternoon treating you?
Not too bad. It's Thomas, how you doing?
Thomas.
Hi there, guys. You all right?
We're good.
Good stuff.
How are you, my friend?
Yeah, not so bad. I'm just going to queue up a few things in the private chat, and then I'm going to nip downstairs on my phone and just show you something.
Okay,
So
cool.
I'll be a second.
Nice. Yeah,
hey, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Just another rainy day. Good to stay inside and BS about watches. So
there you go. There you go. It was kind of that way here yesterday. It's kind of bright sunny, then it gets cloudy, then bright sunny here again. Here in New York, but it's always a good time to talk watches.
Yeah,
and it's good to see everybody in the chat. My buddy Turkey Vulture, William Rizzo, GMT Master, Chip Gage, Golden Baba, Logan Hall. What's up, man? Who else did I miss? Junior Johnson. How are you, my friend? So glad everybody could make it. HBA, welcome. We always got a good group here.
Yeah, for sure. What are you wearing today?
I'm wearing my Aragon Regeneron, the black PVD coated with the aquamarine dial.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
What about you?
I got the Aragon.
Nice. The Coke?
Yeah.
Left-hand drive?
Yep.
That's a sweet piece, man.
Oh man, I took it. I wasn't planning on doing all the exploring I did yesterday, but I'm dang glad I had it with me for that.
Cool. It looks like, were the fish biting yesterday?
Not at all.
No.
Not a single one.
All right.
Yeah. That's why they call it fishing and not catching.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, I did miss the ID guys stream, and I missed the Archie stream.
Oh yeah, that was something.
Yeah,
that was something. It was. Let me tell you, it was a lot of. I was very nervous, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
he's besides all the shtick, he's a nice guy, and he makes you laugh, which is the whole point of his show. So, so I was ID guy, then into Archie, and then into Clive afterwards. So when I was done with that, I was toasted.
Orange Hand, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Orange Hand. Thank you for the kind words in the Discord, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Rajiv, good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, man. Oh, where's the fist? There it is.
Good to see you guys.
It's been well, Paul, how you doing?
Hey, Paul. Good to see you, my friend.
Right on.
See you back with us, Thomas?
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet? Okay. All right. You just chime in when you're ready to go.
Nice.
So, yeah, guys, I appreciate all the kind words from a lot of you for last night. Like I said, I was pretty nervous, but it was definitely an interesting experience.
I get nervous every time I come on.
Yeah, so do I, man. So do I.
I mean, I know everybody's cool. Everybody's, you know, it's just a BS session that we're having here.
Exactly.
But yeah, still, just the nature of it all, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And I just want to take this opportunity to invite anybody else in the chat that wants to come on, even just for a couple minutes, just to say hello and, you know, shoot the you know what, and you know, maybe share what's in your collection, what you're wearing on your wrist today, what you're looking at. Please, you know, just click on that link that Flippin put in, and just join us, because this is your show, guys. This isn't our show. It's your show. It's Sunday with the Punters, and you guys are the punters, including us. So, Neo,
Hey guys,
Hey,
happy birthday, my friend.
thank you.
Welcome to the 5-0 club.
You know, it's life does get worse. So 2020 just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Well, it's better than the alternative, my friend. So,
No,
so again,
30 would be way better. 30 would
true,
be way better.
true. But many happy returns, and
Thank you. Thanks.
I hope you had a good. I hope you had a good birthday.
Yeah, happy belated birthday, Neo, my friend.
Thank you guys. Yeah, I missed you guys. It was just like, you know, in the summer. I live in Minnesota. Flippin knows how hard it is to get summer where we live. So
yeah.
I try to be in the yard all weekend. But it was raining yesterday, and so I was on ID Guy's stream. And today I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to go sit. I don't care if it's sunny outside. I'm just going to go sit and talk to my friends.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
Junior's here. Cool. William. Turkey Vulture. Hey, Turkey. Junior. Turkey Vulture. William. Come on, there's room for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. There's
All
up
room for you guys. GMT
10
Master.
now. Yep, up to
Gage. Get on here. Come wish me happy birthday. Come on.
Hey, Bud the Stud, what's up, pal?
Bud.
Yeah, anybody, please hop on.
So NSsomething won't be joining us. It is also his birthday today.
Correct. So that was the next thing I wanted to mention. Want to wish a very happy birthday to NSsomething.
Yes.
Neil,
what do you get yourself for your birthday?
I have not gotten myself anything. You guys may have heard me say this before. Like, lockdown happened, and I quickly realized that I lost track of what day it is. I started wearing day dates, and I quickly just gravitated towards a cheapo G-Shock. And I've been wearing that watch for 3 to 4 months, and it's causing me to re-examine all of my thinking about all my watches. And I'm thinking I'm going to sell a lot of them, but I do have like 3 in contention that I think would make a 50th watch, or at least the next watch. It just so happens to be the 50th watch. So I'm not so sure. I'm not going to give out the 3 that I'm looking at.
There's got to be an artwork in the mix there, Neil, hasn't there?
You know, an artwork was in the mix until I came to the realization that I should probably back par this year too. So I took the artwork off the mix. But yeah, no. And
What
And
about the all black Hublot? Is that on the list?
the black Hublot was on the list for a long time. Had some conversations with the dealer, and I kind of had. It was going back and forth. He gave me a little bit of a discount. I was going to pull the trigger, and then I had the realization that I'm not going to spend $8,000 on a 7753 movement, and that was kind of what tipped me at that point. I was like, I love the watch, I want the watch, but it's a freaking 7753, and the things that I like about this watch can be obtained in other watches. I mean, not the history that that was the all black watch that made the trend, but so that's off the table. But that was seriously in there for a while.
Okay.
I was having a hard on for that watch.
I know you were. I know you were. Well, I tell you, one watch that I can personally recommend that fills a lot of that need. It's not a chronograph, but is the Doxa, man. It's a great hunka tool watch.
Well, are you talking? So, like, there is that Doxa. Hey, Logan. Hi. There is.
Hey, Logan Hall. How are you, pal?
Good to see you.
Yeah. It's good to see you guys too. It's been a while since I've been on, so I figured, I'd hop on and say, hey.
Good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
So I mean, I think last time that I got on, I had some problems where if I'm using my phone, it doesn't like the audio starts to cut out after a few minutes. I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stay on, but just wanted to come on and say hey.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad you did.
No
worries, man. No worries.
Yeah. Sounds good so far. So.
Okay,
good.
Good.
The community.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we also have Mr.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul. Welcome.
Hey. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Good to be
Hello.
here. Thanks for having us on. I've just recently been introduced to your channel, so I'm on so many channels now. It's getting difficult to keep up with them all.
I hear you.
Oh.
I was watching some of ID Guy's 3-hour conversation yesterday. There's no such thing as a short conversation with him, and I didn't think you could exhaust that much opportunity on a Blue Bay conversation.
I promise you, we are not going to beat that dead horse today.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
One thing I hope we can all just think about it for now. Can we come up with a name for this thing?
Well, I think we were calling it the Blue Bay, but
Blue Bay.
There's got to be some. Yeah.
We got to spread that word because there's a million different names.
I'm going to coin it the Black Bay Blues.
Black
Blues.
Bay Blues.
I like that one, Paul.
That's awesome. So what do you got for us there, Thomas?
Yeah, well, I think it was Geezer and maybe Watch Habit. We're talking about books, and I thought I'd get us into it first with just quite a cheap book. This one.
Okay.
This is it was £15 new, but this is available on eBay for about £5 now. It's a 2007 publication, and it's 1001 watches. So this is basically, it takes you through all sorts of watches from men's watches, chronographs, aviator watches, diver watches, GMT world time watches, watches with alarm features, tourbillons, calendars, repeater watches, and it just goes through a whole section of different watches featuring 1001 watches. And I know the guys were talking about different books, and I'm trying to get the people to come on the stream and show the books that they've got and that they're interested in, and that they could recommend to the others. So I just thought I'd start us off with a cheap recommendation, which is this one, which is, as I say, got 1,001 different watches in a lot of different older watches. That, as I say, pre-2007. But for the price you can get the book for now, it's a great little introduction to all sorts of books, watches, not books, all sorts of watches for the for what you can get, and everything from Royal Oaks to, well, it takes you right through for the history of watches. Right. And it's just a great little book just to browse through, pictures and a little bit about each watch, not too much, not overload. Just something to dip your fingers into and have a browse through, and
that's a great value for $5, you know.
Yeah, you can get it for about $5 now on eBay. This one, I would say. So it's called 1,001 Watches, and it's
very nice.
What year was that published?
2007.
Oh, nice.
So it's all sorts of different things. So this is my first recommendation, I would say, for $5 to just get in there as the cheapest chips, bargain basement.
Cool. Very cool.
So as you can see, it's got...
I'm not sure I'd get past the first 50 pages. That's
1,001. Wow. As you can see...
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, sure. As you can see, this one's called 1,001 Watches. It's Martin Hausermann. And it's, a great little buy. So if... I'm trying to get the other punters to come on and recommend their books as well. So I think Geezer brought this up, so I'm sure he's got plenty of literature he can share with us. So if you wanted to come on and maybe share a book, or any of the other punters want to come on and share a book, that'd be great of them. And this is my my attempt to lure them on.
Very good.
All right, yeah. I just wanted to show you that. So I'm going to go back upstairs now and get back to the meat and potatoes.
All right.
Yeah, I've got a small little collection of sort of catalogs that you get from the ADs. I'm going to try to share my screen and so I have a small little case here, and the first one. It's just the standard stuff that you get from the AD. I think this is dated 2016, but it just has all sorts of especially what's on sale back in 2016. But in terms of things that aren't catalogs, this came out a few years ago, and I'm sure pretty much everyone has it by now. But this is a great book by itself too.
It certainly is. Man and His Watch. That's a great book.
Yeah. It's a fantastic book. Because everything in here, is just sort of bite-sized stories. It's not a chapter per story or anything, but there's great sort of pictures in here, and and everything. So if you don't already have this book, then I would highly recommend it.
I agree. Yeah, it's a great book, great stories, great photography. That's the quintessential watch book.
Required reading at this point, eh?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I'll try and bring I'll try and bring a book on next week to show you guys. So,
good day, chat.
Oh,
GMT Master, welcome.
Well, hello.
Hey, nice.
There you go.
Timeless, elegant.
Link in the group chat for everyone to see. There is the vintage Rolex field manual. It used to be up there for. It used to be an expensive book, but this guy is releasing it, and it comes in different flavors. You could even get it as a PDF, $30.
Really?
Oh, wow.
So I posted that one.
I feel like I'm on
All right,
I'm on the shopping channel.
It's story time with GMT Master.
Comes with a certificate of ownership this one.
Mark P, welcome.
Hey, Mark.
Disclaimer, guys, I've not actually had a chance to delve into this one. It's been sitting in Canada here for a couple of years. But it's called Timeless Elegance by Gordon, strictly on Rolex.
Very nice.
So this book comes with a signed certificate from Rolex?
Yes, there's a certificate of ownership and stuff like that. It was actually given to me as a gift, so I couldn't give you much more information than that. And I've got a load of the Rolex magazines that were issued by the AD over the last few years. I see the Daytona one, the issue one, the Daytona sells for a couple of $100 on eBay now.
Wow.
I've got the full set of those. There's eight issues at the moment, I think. Up to
Brilliant.
8. Yeah, the last one was issued last year. I can show you guys those as well. But what else do I have? Got a couple of bits and pieces out there.
Nice.
So GMT Master, while we've got you here, tell us about yourself and your watches and how you got into it and all, and when did it start? And
it started when I turned 30 back in 2012. I decided I'd buy I'll delve into. I wanted to buy myself special for my 30th birthday. I decided I'll go for Rolex. It's an international currency. I've always got something on my wrist that can, because I travel quite a lot. So
right, yeah.
Being the person that I am, I research absolutely everything. and back in those days, if you searched anything Rolex online, there's only one name that comes up, and that's Mr. Archie Luxury. I've been an Archie Luxury fan since 2012.
Right.
I bought my first Rolex back then. It was a day date, 36 mil, which I still have.
Oh, nice.
My wife now wears that. My wife now abuses that, I should say.
Oh.
Don't let me get me started on that. And I had a Coke, which I don't have anymore. I had a two-tone ceramic GMT. I still have a SD 4000, a C-Dollar 4000.
Nice.
But I strictly keep that for investment purposes because I'm a GMT guy. So that's locked away in the UK. So right now I have the Datejust, this baby.
Nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Seamaster professional GMT, and my Polar Patina Explorer. And I'm actively hunting a two-tone root beer 30 dial, but I need a specific one from a specific date. Hence the reason why I haven't
pulled the trigger. Yeah,
because I actually want one of the later ones with a no holes case.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for one of those at the moment.
Awesome.
Right. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Hey, Thomas, what do you think of the root beer?
I'm in love with the vintage 16753. Yeah, I'm in love with the Tiger's Eye one. I'm really lusting after one of those.
That's a beautiful watch, no doubt.
Yeah, the
I
Clint
gotta say, I admire a guy who can pinpoint exactly what he wants in his collection like that.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know what my next 4 watches are going to be. I'm a bit meticulous with everything I do. So
let me ask you a question, and I've been meaning to, like, I'm sort of struggling with this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what your next 4 watches are.
Yeah.
So the first 3 aren't going to be enough.
No. I'm not saying I'm going to stop after 4. I just know what the next 4 are.
I know, but you kind of see where I'm heading. So why are we spending thousands and tens of thousands on something that's not going to be enough?
It's the wrong question. It's a hobby, right? People spend all sorts of money on stupid stuff, and if you're lucky enough to not make too terrible of decisions, you can hopefully get out of it without losing your shirt. At least for this hobby.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, but like I have nice audio file gear, and I don't have 2 sets of speakers and 2 sets of amps and 2 sets of preamps. Like I find
That's very true. And I was a one watch guy for a long time until I met you guys.
All right, we'll take the blame.
You're right there.
I mean, I'm kind of struggling with that right now. Like, I have a bunch of watches that I love. That's why I bought them. But I'm going through this phase right now. I'm thinking like I want to get down to 3, maybe 4.
And that was always been my aim. Also, 3 or 4 piece combo meal deal was my maximum. But there's 6 or 7 watches that I love too much to just stick to 3 or 4.
Are we
Maybe
looking at the wrong watches? Should we really just say, look, what I really want is this other watch? That would be a done. Why am I spending my time in the middle with these other watches? Should I just wait until I get that one? I have something that'll get me by for right now.
That's kind of why I've only got 2, 3. Well, the Amiga is a recent addition. That's kind of why I've only had 2 for a while, because I don't just want to buy for the sake of buying. Unless I can find the one I want, I'll just stick with what I have.
So I went through an interesting exercise a couple of years ago, and I probably got into this hobby right around 2012, 2013, and I think I probably waited like 2 years. So a friend of mine who got me into this hobby, it was probably a couple of years before I actually pulled the trigger on my first watch, because I couldn't comprehend the idea of dropping $5,000 on a watch when you're new to it. And now you're like, here's a $25,000-$30,000 check for a watch. No big deal anymore. You get numb pretty quick. But I went through this exercise where when I finally did pull the trigger, I was influenced probably a little bit by Archie early too, like some of you guys were. And initially I went after a lot of icons. And I was just kind of collecting icons from each different brand. And what I found was that after I had accumulated about 20 watches, there were a couple of things. One, I would add that as you're collecting, you really need wrist time, a lot of wrist time.
Yeah.
No, definitely agreed. Before you can bond with something, you definitely need a lot of wrist time. And I think we all go through what you've gone through, Paul. We all move from until you find your own niche. You're going to go after the icons because those are the watches that have stood the test of time. And then as you mature as a collector, you start to find your own flavor and what you like and what you want to add. Oh, this looks like we lost Paul.
We lost Paul.
Yeah. But you got some beautiful stuff, GMT Master. Congrats. And so glad you decided to come on.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
I wanted to show Thomas something quickly.
Oh, let me put you.
Oh, we were talking about the skeleton hands, weren't we? Yeah.
The skeleton hands was made for the GMT, I believe.
Yeah, you were saying that you couldn't see the GMT hand without the skeleton hands on the Omega.
There you go.
You got a point there, yeah. The GMT, you need the skeleton hands to be able to see that GMT hand, don't you?
It's blocked off totally.
It really aids the legibility, doesn't it? Yeah. There's a good point, that GMT Master.
But I wasn't aware of that until I actually owned one a couple of weeks ago. I realized that there is some use to it.
That's a good point, yeah. So, yeah, I was saying that they ought to fill those skeleton hands with loom, but
yes, I agree.
It's a good point, GMT Master. They do have their advantages.
I'll just use the hour hand and and the hour hand the tip just comes out the end of the hour hand. If you see
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see that.
so you
Good
can
point.
see the shock of red through the skeletonized hour hand.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good point.
So it depends on the complication of the watch that you've got. Yeah.
It works for this one.
Especially on a dive watch where you expect, high legibility. A functional skeleton hand, that's a first for me. So maybe the only one out there.
I'll bear that in mind next time I criticize them. You've taught me a lesson.
Criticize the divers, they only work at the GMT.
Taught me a lesson, GMT.
I still have to. I'm still not a fan of the skeleton hands. It makes sense on that GMT, where the GMT hand isn't so prominent. But it's just I'm just not a fan of the way they look. But that's just me.
Yeah, sorry,
Mark
Seagull,
P,
Mark
thank
P.
you for joining us, and please come on next time, man.
Yeah, it'd be great to see you next time, Mark P. Take care.
Yeah, take it easy, Mark P.
GMT Master, do you see yourself reaching the upper echelons and becoming a world time master?
Well, I've always wanted a enamel dial tech world time before they started costing 100K. So yeah, I always wanted one of those, but then that was before I became the Lange time zone and the JLC. It's the tech world time way down the pecking for me now, I must say. But my first foray into hyperology was with the JLC Streamlab 2. That is my area. That and this one here on my avatar.
Ooh, that's nice. Is that root beer?
This one here is a bit unobtainable. The JLC and Extreme Lab. That's the one I aim to get for the next couple of years. After the 30 dial. Because the 30 dials is made for us, they're our birthstone. Ruby. It's July, the birthstone for July. My birthday is Ruby.
Right.
So my birthstone is Ruby, and my daughter's birth is also July, so it will go on to her after.
Oh, that's nice.
So there is some thought. There's a reason why I want to get a certain dial.
You got a bit of logic behind it.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, it's always good to have excuses to buy watches.
Yeah, I tried all of my pieces really. I tried, but I always wanted a water watch. I wanted one with a GMT function, and I still could have this with the full diving bezel and the GMT function inside. It doesn't affect and if I get the Extreme Lab, then I'll have a chronograph tick, and I'll pretty much be it for me until something else comes along.
Something else always comes along, doesn't it?
That's one of the drawbacks of this hobby. Just when you think you have your all your boxes ticked, something else comes along and catches your eye.
Maybe if Rolex ever does anything exotic with the sky dweller dials, maybe one day. So I think that for a high-end watch on a sky dweller, I don't think they've done anything crazy on dials. I haven't got any exotic dials, no lead right, nothing like that. So it's my main sky dweller one day. And now the 70 GMT and the Extreme Lab is the next two.
Great. Yeah, there's a space for someone else to jump on if anybody wants to join us.
Yeah, please do. Please do, guys. Anybody feel free to hop on.
Yeah, we're really just winging it now, aren't we? So,
there's topics.
Have you still got my links in the chat, Sibo, or did they go when you?
No, they're there.
They're all there.
The P01 Thomas. I think that watch is right up your street, man.
Which one?
The P01.
Oh, the P01. Yeah, yeah. I'm lusting after that as well. That's just one of many.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw
Especially after you tried it on, right, Thomas?
Yeah, I tried it on. It looked great. Yeah.
that was the thing with me. I tried it on by chance in the AD last year and put it on my wrist. I was like, wow, this is not as bad as everyone's making out.
Hey, watches and giggles. How you doing, pal?
Hi, congratulations, Chris. Yeah.
Raj, if I get that John Legend, then looking like we've got a lot.
Yeah, big congratulations, watches and giggles. That's
Absolutely, Chris.
Yeah, big congratulations, man. You and your lady. So I got Paul back. So Paul, you were telling us a bit about your story of getting into watches and
Yeah.
how it all started with you.
I had a phone call come in and it completely messed up my my whole StreamYard.
No worries, man. No worries.
So yeah, I mean, how did you get into it all? How did it all start with you?
It's a friend of mine. He lives in San Francisco. He's from this Frenchman from France. Got me into it. I blame him for this heavy burden I have to share with himself and the rest of you. So, but as I was saying earlier, I went through this experience where I was kind of collecting I finally, it took me a couple of years to pull the trigger on a watch, and because I couldn't imagine spending big money on a watch, right? And then I got into it, of course, and then I ended up going after all these icons, and I probably had about 20 iconic pieces. And then I wasn't getting enough wrist time with them. But
right.
it actually, here's what I would say. You're really at a disadvantage when you go into it, because you can look at the YouTube videos, you can go into it, an AD, a boutique, put it on your wrist, have time with it, but you don't really know until 4-6 months later which watches are going to bond to you. Like, you can pick the watch, but there's a little something about the watch picking you, and you don't really know until you have that kind of time with the watch,
right?
And so after going through that experience, I ended up consolidating my collection from 20. But then I would say the good news is, I mean, John Mayer's collection's a little bit way different level than mine. But one thing I can identify him with is your first 20, 30 picks are just getting to know what it is you like. So your first 20, 30 picks are probably mistakes. And then you're like, aha, here's my identity. And then once I got that identity, I shrunk the collection probably down to about 3-4 watches.
Right.
And now I'm very highly selective about what I put in it.
Right.
Good.
Yeah. When you had dropped off the first time, I was basically, I said the same thing. You got to, you run through the icons, and then until you find your own groove, the flavors that you like. I think it's a journey that a lot of us do the same thing.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We all walk our own path, and all of our tastes are so subjective that you can look at a book with the 1001 picks, and if we were to each pick 3 different watches out of that book, none of us would have the same combination of picks. So
right.
Yeah, it's very subjective and very personal, and it takes a while to kind of.
And Orange Hand was asking you which of the 20 stuck around, which of the 20 watches stuck around. Can you remember which few did you end up with?
Yes, yeah. Let me think about this.
Sorry to put you on the spot there.
But... no, not at all. I would, you know what? What I would say was, I'm going to say none of them stuck around. Not a single one stuck around. But for example, well, not exactly. So here's an experience. So, for example, I used to have the Grand Thai Reverso,
Mm-hmm.
and then I discovered, wow, I really like Reverso, and it was an older one from the '90s in a Grand Thai case. It was a steel. And it was very small. You know, some people would laugh at me and call it a women's watch, but I thought as a dress watch, it wore with the cuff really nicely. I really like that watch a lot. And then eventually, I added the Tribute rose gold with the triple calendar and the dual time on the back. I added that Reverso into the collection. So this was a case where I knew I really liked Reverso, and during this consolidation exercise, I was taking the opportunity to make that really special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that tribute moon phase that you've got is absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful watch. That it's,
Just although I would say it doesn't slip under the cuff in the same way that Grand Thai did.
Mm-hmm.
really.
But another example of a watch that I didn't, I decided to try out, like Nomos, for example. This watch I gifted to my wife. She likes it a lot, but that was a watch that just stuck to me very unexpectedly, and something about the sapphire dome on it. And it's not necessarily an expensive watch, but it's was just one that somehow just grabbed me by the horns and didn't let go, and I did not expect I would like bond with that the same way. So it's just, you never know what watch is going to come at you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I couldn't have said it better. You the ones that you're drooling over many times, and then you finally look at it in the flesh and put it on your wrist, and it's like, yeah, man, not so much. And then there are ones that sneak up on you, and you're like, oh my God, where has this been?
Yeah.
That was me with the Sky Dweller blue shirt. When I tried it on, it wasn't what I was hoping.
Yeah. That is such a beautiful watch, the Sky Dweller.
I was just going to say, GMT, have you had any watches like that have crept up on you by surprise?
Well, the Sky Dweller, I was adamant I was going to get a Sky Dweller even before the Pepsi, and I tried it on, and I just felt it was too big for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because they market it as a dress watch, right?
Right.
It's pretty much a dress watch. I wanted a two-tone one to replace the two-tone Datejust that I passed on to my wife. And when I tried it on, I just didn't. It just didn't. I still may get one day, but it just didn't have the same. I was just expecting more than what I got when I tried it on.
Gotcha. I understand.
Hence the reason why I didn't pull the trigger. So
you're a Sky Dweller owner, aren't you, Paul? I think. Yeah.
Yes, I do have a Sky Dweller. So the Sky Dweller. So let me just preface by my comment earlier about being highly selective.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my AD called me one day, and this was before my consolidated collection, by the way. And as I was consolidating pieces, it just so happened I got a call from my AD, and this Sky Dweller that I was going after finally came in. He's like, "Come pick this up today. If you're not here by end of day, it'll be gone tomorrow morning." So I just went down there on site and picked it up. And I had a friend that had one. I knew I liked it, but I've had it for a while now. It's a great piece. It wasn't like a watch I had sought out. It was more of an opportunity piece for me, and I thought, hey, this watch, I'm getting it at 80 cost, and if I don't like the experience of it, it'll be an easy watch to pivot from as my collection evolves. So occasionally I'm opportunistic like that. If there's a piece comes in and you're like, hey, it wasn't necessarily on my finely tuned radar, you might grab it just to like get the experience because you're going to get out of it fairly easily. No harm, no foul, right?
Exactly.
Which Sky Dweller was that? If you don't mind me asking, Paul?
The steel blue Sky Dweller.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that one.
That's the one. That's the one I'm lusting after.
That detail quiet, didn't you? That's
You know what I will say is, so that I have a love-hate relationship with it. So, like someone was saying earlier, it's a big piece.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a big piece. The polished center links on it. Yeah, I'm very careful not to scratch.
Mhm.
So I have a love-hate relationship with the casing and the size of it. But on the other hand, the dial, that dial is so electric. I tell people all the time, it's like it's like uh it's like crack to a watch enthusiast. It's absolutely hypnotizing and addicting.
Oh yeah, Mackenzie's is hooked. He's dying for one of
Yeah.
those, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rajiva, I think, who's in the comments, he just
Oh
got
yeah,
one.
he just picked one up. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations on that.
Well, he's waiting to pick it up, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen one in the flesh. Has anyone seen one in the flesh?
A blue dial, I have not seen in the flesh.
No, can't say
No,
I have.
I've heard it. Seen it in the flesh is a
Yeah, I've
it's
seen
good.
solid gold and I've seen two-tone in the flesh.
And did you say, is there a steel? Or is it white gold?
Steel.
There's steel.
Oh,
White gold bezels like the Deutsche.
Right.
That's got to be hard to come by.
Yeah, it's the most, the blue dial is the most sought after one. But it's truly a stunning watch.
That dial is very special. There's no doubt about it. But you know, so here's the other dilemma that I have. So I have that as a blue dial, and I haven't been one to jump on this blue dial craze of the 2010s. You know, blue dials are kind of in fashion, and then I had the opportunity to acquire this H. Moser Heritage tourbillon with the blue dial, the one you see on my little screen.
Yeah, that's stunning.
And I mean, is electric as the Sky Dweller is. This is like next level. This is next level crack
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely stunning.
And
the blue,
you know, my collection, now that I've pared it down, I'm afraid there's too many blue dials. Like, you can't have too much blue going here. So, I'm trying really hard to like stay away from blue dials right now.
Well, I just have to not get another. Have to go
I'm wondering when
go for the next in color, which I think is green.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the next big in color is green.
I'm waiting for my little blue Speedmaster to become the next big thing.
That is a thing already. That blue Speedmaster. It's already a thing.
You don't see them.
It is the in thing at the moment, I would have thought.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to get your guys' opinions on a few of the latest releases that have come out. We've all heard about the Blue Bay and heard a lot about that, and I just wanted to see what you thought about a few of the other releases. If
Great.
you wanted to hit the first one in the private chat, Zipper.
Is that the Gorilla?
Yeah, we've got a new model from Gorilla, which is capturing the design spirit of the 70s, infused with the Gorilla's signature design vocabulary, they say. The bezel and case are grade 5 titanium, limited to 250 pieces. Uses a Wandering Hours display, manufactured by Vaucher manufacturer. It's a white superluminova on satellite discs and minute markers. So if you just scroll down a second and click on the Outlaw Drift, just go back up. That's it, the one on the left. So as you can see, this is $3,950. If you scroll down, there's an interesting. It shows you how the mechanism works. You can just scroll down a bit more. So if you click on one of the time zones, either London, Mexico City, or New York, it'll show you it'll show you how the time alters to that time zone. So
Oh, look at that.
It's telling you the time there now, which is now
Oh, sorry, I clicked
Oh,
another one.
it's okay. So the time now should be, is that 3:50, 3:49? Or is it?
324. I don't know.
Yeah, 3:49 in Tokyo. I think you pressed, have you? Tokyo?
Tokyo, yeah,
Or is that New York?
that was Tokyo.
Tokyo, yeah. So it's 3:49 now. So the satellite disc at the top with the 3 pointing, it points to the minute track at the top, where you see the minutes going from 0 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
And the second hand keeps turning. So it's quite an unconventional way of telling the time on it. But this has come out. It's white. It's got white superluminova satellite discs a minute on the minute and hour markers. It's an ETA 2824-2 powered mechanism, 30-hour power reserve, and it's a 42mm case. So I don't know what everyone's opinions are on this one.
It's definitely interesting.
I think
that's for
Turkey
sure.
Vulture had a great comment. He goes, discount Urwerk. And as a huge Urwerk fan, I would totally want this watch if it didn't say Gorilla on it.
Yeah, it is quite Urwerkish, isn't it? I've seen Urwerk like it, yeah.
I mean, I saw this watch this morning for the first time, and I was like, oh my God. And then I kept staring at Gorilla, Like, I don't know if I could do that, but this is a great watch. I love it.
But it's just the Gorilla branding puts you off, yeah.
Well, no, just the name Gorilla. Like, if they could have said it, if they could have said anything else, please. Anything else.
Well, it's Octavio Garcia's brand, isn't he? And he used to be a designer for Audemars Piguet.
Yeah. I think we're seeing a lot of smaller brands doing things that used to be for the world of high level, and they're showing us that, look, this stuff doesn't actually cost as much as you may think. Look, we could do it. And I think it's really gonna turn what luxury is upside down. Like that company that has the acrylic cases and a tourbillon, and it's like $5K. It's like, wow, really? So we can get a tourbillon and an acrylic case, and it's well finished for $5K.
The new producer Michael watch.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got some. Like that. And then this thing, I mean, you could get a used Urwerk for about $40K. And this is what, $3K? And it has
$3,950.
Yeah.
And what kind of movement is in it, Thomas?
It's an ETA 2824-2 powering this.
But it has a module on top.
Right, it's got a module over it.
It uses a wandering hours display manufactured by Vaucheur.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it's definitely interesting, but I'm with Neo. The fact that it says Gorilla on it kind of bothers me.
What are these retail for?
3,950.
It's just under $4,000.
What currency is that? Sorry.
US dollars. US dollars.
I mean, and so I think that's just shipped. They're only making like 250 of each of those, and I think it's shipping in October.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the question, I think the question you were asking was a question that early in I would say probably early to mid-level in my journey, in terms of timeline, I was asking myself that same kind of question, like, when is ETA for a watch good enough? And then when do you justify the expense into poterology, in-house movements? What is that line? That line may be different for a lot of us.
Absolutely.
But I have a lot of really strong opinions about that line.
Well, I mean, Urwerk use ETA modified movements, and the next watch I was going to bring up uses an ETA modified movement at a much more higher price.
Generally
Mm.
speaking, I'm a huge fan of ETA. I love ETA movements. They're hard, true, tried workhorses. I mean, the value you get for some really beautiful, depending on how well they're finished, and a lot of people will add their own module on top and tweak them. I'm a big fan of ETA. There's nothing. I mean, if that's all your collection was, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
I saw you got your bee in a bonnet, a bee in your bonnet the other night on the Showcases stream about high horology, Paul. If whether Rolex should be classed with Patek and
I mean, like take the Tudor for example. Tudor had an ETA movement, and I would argue, hey, Rolex got behind it, and you had a ETA and a Tudor. That doesn't make, just because you get a Pelagos doesn't make your Tudor ETA a second-class citizen.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
I picked 4 ETA. I picked 4 watches recently that had the same movement of the Tudor ETA. They had a 2824-2 movement. I think Longines had that movement. IWC had that movement. I forget what the 4th pick was. Oh, Doxa has the movement. So there you go. There are 4 watches with that same movement. And they all have their own kind of finish, case design, et cetera, et cetera. But no, all great watches.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling the story earlier. I've been looking at the Hublot All Black 2. That's like, I love that watch. And you can get one right now used for, which, I think it's like a $19,000-$20,000 watch retail 10 years ago, but it's $8,000 now. And a friend of mine just got a Fortis Mars chronograph for like $1,200 that uses a 7750. The Hublot uses a 7753.
Right.
And I thought, how I can't do it now. Now I can't do it. Like I saw his watch, and I'm thinking, it's in cost spec, it's beautiful, and I just can't do the difference. I can't give them an extra $6K for essentially the same movement. Now, the All Black 2 is all carbon, and it's a masterpiece, a design icon. But still, right? I mean, it's pretty hard to make those leaps when you know what's inside.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. We're here.
Headphones, to make sure you can still.
Wisconsin Watch Guy says that Gorilla and Bathing Ape should do a collaboration. I think Bathing Ape have done one with G-Shock, and I've actually got the Bathing Ape and G-Shock watch myself.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Says ape shall not kill ape on strap.
Is that from what's that called? The monkey movies.
Is it a babe?
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Ape, yeah. It's a clothing brand, Babe. The Bathing Ape, yeah.
Bathing Ape, yeah.
Megan, thank you for coming by.
Yeah, nice to see you, Megan.
Always
Good
appreciate
to see you, Megan.
Yeah, so the next one on the list, which uses another modified ETA movement, a customized ETA 2892 with a price of $21,600, was the Resonance Type 1 Slim X. And this one was launched to mark Resonance's 10th anniversary. This is the first of 4 watches in the commemorative collection. Collection X, which is a Roman numeral for 10, of course. Limited to 40 pieces, which are identical to the Type 1 Slim, but with an olive green dial, this one. Finished with contrasting surfaces. Powered by Resonance's ROCS movement, which stands for Resonance Orbital Convex System. It's composed of 107 parts with a display made of orbital discs. The entire dial rotates on itself, with each smaller subdial making smaller revolutions, and this comes without the oil-filled display, this one. So 42 millimeters, as I say, customized ET8 2892, price being $21,600. It's got 36-hour power reserve, and features hours, minutes, seconds, and days of the week. And I absolutely love it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
That is very nice looking.
That is a sharp watch. I love this watch, and the fact that they used a 2892 base, which that's probably my favorite of the ETA movements. I mean, the creativity that went into that is just absolutely exquisite and phenomenal. Just beautiful watch.
Yeah, usually I'm not a fan of their watches, but this one is particularly nice.
Yeah, as I say, they've not put the oil-filled mount on the top of the dial. This one, so which enables it to be seen from all angles. But the dial is gorgeous. It really contrasts with the different. You can see with the brushed effect on the dial. It gives a nice glint to the light.
Very good choice.
Oh wow, she's going to be wearing that. Megan's going to be wearing that watch tomorrow.
Oh, this one, the Resonance.
Yeah, she's going to send you a picture, Thomas.
Wow, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful watch.
Hey, howdy from Texas. What's up, my friend? Good to see you.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Yeah, and this winds from the back. You can see you pull a lever down from the back to wind it. So it hasn't got a crown. You pull that lever down and you wind it from the back. So it's got a really unique winding system.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Megan.
Yeah, Megan, you should send some shots of that one for sure. We'll show them off.
Yeah, that's a really nice looking watch, Thomas. It's surprising because, like I said, usually I'm not a fan of their stuff, but this is much. It's less techy and a little more classical looking.
Do you like this sort of stuff, GMT Master? Are you a fan of this sort of?
I'll be honest with you. I'm a fan of any watch with a GMT complication.
Right.
So,
that's where the name comes from.
unless there's a GMT complication, I love all watches. But unless there's I wouldn't delve into it. And if there's a watch with a GMT complication, I will learn everything about that watch.
Right.
That's just my nature. But,
I'm with you on the GMT. I have family scattered across the globe. And
yes,
say the GMT
family
by
business.
far your favorite friends, exactly.
I'm originally from Trinidad in the West Indies, and I lived in England for 20 years, and now I'm in Canada for like most of the last 5 years. So I've got interests on all corners of the globe. So GMTs are a necessity for me.
Are you in Toronto?
Yeah, I'm in Toronto at the moment. Yeah. Well, yeah, you can tell I'm new to it. I'm still calling it Toronto, not Toronto, like you guys.
Toronto.
Toronto, yeah.
Toronto.
I'm still practicing that one. Yeah.
One day I'll tell the story about when I was stranded there when I was a kid in Toronto.
Oh, what happened there?
Stuck in there.
My only complaint with the state of international travel right now, my GMTs are on ice.
Well, I still need them. I've got my mum's on one side, my daughter's on the other side, and plus I've got business interests that I need to track. So they're always ticking away.
Always a good excuse to buy a nice GMT watch then.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the next one up, the next new release was the Breguet Tradition Automatic Second Retrograde 7097.
Yes, I really
Bit of a
like
mouthful,
this
that.
one. Yeah, I really like this one.
This one's modelled on the subscription pocket watch created by Abraham Louis Breguet in 1796, and this model continues the tried and continues that trend. Sorry, with a dark blue guilloche dial against a grey movement. The offset dial engine, turned by hand, of course, as all Breguet watches are, has a retrograde seconds to the left of it, which cuts into the main dial. The white gold case measures 40mm and houses the caliber 505 SR1 movement that is open on the front. And the subscription movement got its name from the deposit that buyers had to pay in order to subscribe for the watch in the past. And many cues are taken from the pocket watch, and it's a boutique-only watch costing 35,200 Swiss francs. And it's got a 50-hour power reserve, and it's an automatic movement. But just look at that; you can tell it. You can tell it takes cues from the pocket watch. It's just
Exactly.
oops, need to get rid of that. But it's just something else to look at. More of a work of art than a time telling piece, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one of those watches where you'd just be spending your time staring at that dial for hours and hours, watching it work.
And not having any idea what time it is.
Exactly.
Hey, you know, Bruce,
I love.
if you got
I mean,
a Breguet, go ahead.
Yeah, Paul.
I was just saying with Breguet.
Mhm.
Breguet's another brand that I could see a Breguet in my collection later.
Me too. I'd love to get
Yep.
a Breguet.
Beautiful
So would I.
work.
Definitely classic
And-
like in this line.
I considered the one watch per with a one GMT per brand thing, but I couldn't find a break. And then I considered getting one from that would originated from a different country, but I couldn't really find one that I love from every brand or every country. So I just stuck with Rolex. Lazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Breguet Classique fan, and this is a little bit too much for me, to be honest with you. But it's stunning to look at, I must say.
But there's something to be said about a piece that is a work of art.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Howdy from Texas made a good point that it just balances so well with the blue and the skeleton dial.
Yeah,
Which
the
usually
grey.
I'm not a big fan of skeleton dials, but man, this thing just works perfectly together.
Bruce, if you get a Breguet, you could be hanging out in Manhattan drinking cocktails with the governor, and you both have on Breguets.
Don't ask me what I'd do if I saw the current governor of New York. It wouldn't be drinking coffee with him, but I know what you mean.
The lugs on these Breguets are a deal breaker for me, though.
They're long lugs. They are indeed. Hey, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's
No, not at all. No.
I mean, they're great to look at, but wearability-wise, with the lugs, it's just not for me.
Yeah, it's a very classical look. It's a very old look. I mean, we're talking hundreds of years old, aren't we?
Mhm.
So I recently had the opportunity to look at some Kari Voudelaine, some watches from his collection,
Mhm.
and
Nice.
of course, without saying that the prices on those are just jaw dropping, right? Next level stuff.
Oh yeah,
And I'm going to the design cues I think he's used that come back from a lot of traditional designs you see in Breguet. Just to me make these Breguet watches much more undervalued in comparison. And especially at their pre-owned prices. I mean, it's almost silly what you can land what some of these Breguets for. I mean, they're just beautiful works of art. And they have a bunch of watchmakers that aren't Mr. Voudelaine yet and doing phenomenal work. I mean,
I'm waiting to see where that Voutilainen pickup is going to take Zane's ego after he gets that. And pickups, he's in Toronto for this weekend.
Ah, really?
Yeah, he's having a custom made Voutilainen.
Yeah, he was telling us about that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's actually over here at the moment picking up some crazy pieces. Lucky so and so.
Picking up some Pateks.
Yeah, I think he's picking up the platinum world type.
Wow.
And something else. I think he's picking the 2 pieces up.
Lucky man. Yeah, so the next one was the Kudoki 2 Nocturne, which is a limited edition variant of the Kudoki 2 in a run of 20 pieces.
Yes, this one was very interesting too.
That feature shades of grey on the dial and the movement as opposed to the silver and gold scheme of the standard version. The movement has been developed with the help of Harbring 2 and features artful hand engraving. The 24-hour day-night indicator at 12 o'clock is hand engraved by Stefan Kudoki and plated to give a two-tone finish. The hands are polished with the hour hand featuring what looks like an infinity symbol on its tip. It's a 39mm steel case housing a new version of the manually wound caliber 1-24H, inspired by English and German pocket watches of the 19th century. And this retails for €8,665. It's a lovely looking watch.
It is. Very, very nice. We spent part of one episode talking about Kudoki.
Yes,
and you know what lovely watches they really are. And if you're so inclined, now's the time to get in on them, because they have a very strong potential for the future. And look at that. That's just it's a piece of art right there.
I love it with this grey dial as well. It's really nice, so subtle and bit. Instead of having the blued hands, having those polished silver hands.
But they're still legible.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I love the onion crown. It's just really, really nice. And look at that. Really nice.
With the day-night indicator, this is set up for a GMT version, isn't it?
Say again, sorry, GMT Master?
I'm just saying with the day-night indicator that it has there, the 25 indicator, this is set up to have a GMT version, isn't it?
It's not a GMT version, no. It's just giving that day-night lunar sort of indication.
It's gorgeous, whatever it is.
It is a smoke eater welcome.
Is that actual yellow gold that the sun's?
Yes, yeah, gold plated, yeah. Looks lovely, doesn't it? It's been hand engraved. I mean, that disc at the top.
That is really nice.
I wonder how many people are doing those engravings. If that's one person.
Yeah, Stefan Kudoki himself does the hand engraves the discs at the top.
So does he have different variations of that? probably the same similar pattern, but they're
Yeah,
all individual, aren't they?
probably going for the same design on them, I would have thought, but they'll all be unique, being hand done.
Mm-hmm.
Which is again another piece of art.
Yeah, that's.
I
what
love
that
to quote John Mayer in that you've arrived at a certain point in life when you're familiar with the term hand engraved balance cock.
Oh, that could be said of all my girlfriends.
Right?
All right.
And what's the retail on this piece, guys?
Second GMT.
What's the retail on this piece?
Retail, €8,665.
Hmm.
All right, so it's a little over 10 grand US.
Yeah.
What is it on Watch Buys? They usually have cheaper prices for some of this stuff than any other place.
Well, I think it's just been released, this one, so...
Yeah, I think you're only getting
Well,
this directly
yeah.
from Kadoki, right?
Yeah, you won't be able to get this secondhand yet.
And I believe you order it and he builds it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it'll be one of those custom...
A little bit of lead time on it.
Yeah. But, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with one of his watches.
So the other day we were trying to identify watches in the 10K donut hole of the watch world.
Mm-hmm.
And this one certainly delivers huge bang for buck at this price point when you compare. I hate to compare it against others like Glasuta Reginal, but I mean, my God, this is a lot of watch for that money.
Yeah. That's why if you're so inclined, this is definitely something to look at, and he is really starting to come into his own. And the upside of these watches are unlimited right now. So something to think about if you have the the funds to do so.
Yeah, so move on to the next new release, which was the Parmigiani Tonda GT Tondograph.
Yes.
This is a 42mm annual calendar chronograph powered by Parmigiani's in-house PF043 automatic caliber with a 45-hour power reserve. This has been decorated with a 22-karat gold rotor, limited to 200 pieces, and starts at $18,500. That's for the chronograph model. And the three-hand models come in steel with a black dial and rose gold with a blue dial, featuring small seconds sub-dial, powered by the PF044, again with a 45-hour power reserve. And these limited editions with 25 in steel and 250 in steel and 150 in rose gold. The steel ones start at 13,500 on rubber, and rose gold ones at 24,900 on rubber, and then go up to 49,000 if you want a gold bracelet, rose gold bracelet. So quite expensive on the bracelet.
Yeah.
But they're nice watches, these.
They are, and they're very different from what they've been offering, in the recent past. This is much more classic looking.
Yeah, I mean, I like the big date at the middle, to be honest with you.
Yes, the grand date.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I couldn't agree with you more, Thomas. I like that a lot too.
The fact that it's an actual calendar as well as a chronograph.
I've never seen one in person. Well, aside from in a showcase, but even that, they had 3 of them, and that was it. Not this model, obviously. Clyde is the only person I've heard of who ever owned a Parmigiani. And
Bill Sanders has one.
does he? Okay. Nice. Skeleton hands. What do you say?
Not a fan of the skeleton hands.
That is legible.
It is.
They are very legible, yeah, despite being skeletonized. Yeah.
The colors of that I like.
Yeah. Okay, Paul. Take care. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Take care, Paul.
Take care, Paul. Nice to have you on. Great to have you on, my friend.
Orange hand, I agree there. I like that.
Yeah, Coin Edge. I agree with the orange hand. It is a nice touch.
Like the Globemaster, isn't it? It's the Omega Globemaster. Almost a fluting.
But it's nice, and look at the dial. Just very, very nice. I'll forgive the skeleton hands on this one. It's nice.
Nice the way on the right subdial that you get a little month indicator as well. You got the.
Now, how about the fact that it says month and chronograph and annual calendar? Is that necessary?
Maybe not, but
Is it taking away from anything?
I mean, you get a lot of writing on other watches, don't you? Rolex watches, they tell you it's all superlative chronometer.
Right.
They're telling me a whole story about it.
Yeah. So
there is a lot of unnecessary information on there. But I don't think it looks out of place. So.
I agree.
And plus, for old eyes, it's going to be hard to read.
The 3-hand model like that, though, that's lovely with the just a sub-second at the bottom.
Yes.
Nice and simple, that. And even with the skeletonized hands again, I think that looks gorgeous in the rose gold with the rose gold hands. And the big date is really emphasized at the top there. You see more of it without the chronograph subdials. I think it's much more elegantly presented with the date at the top. I mean, that looks a lot nicer, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Well, mind you, I don't dislike the chronograph either. I like that a lot. And what do these go for? Can you say here?
The 18,500 for the chronograph, and the 3-handed steel one would be 13,500 on a rubber strap, and 24,900 for the rose gold on a rubber strap. But a lot more for the bracelet.
Yeah.
Easier, absolutely.
I'm also not a big fan of the double-handed second with the 30 second and then the 60 seconds overlapping each other. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's definitely a much cleaner dial, this 3-hander.
Right.
But I also like the pattern on the dial itself. It's very nice.
Nice pattern, especially on the three-hander. It's a lot easier, easier to make out the pattern and appreciate it. I think.
Agreed.
Now I have to wonder with the legibility in real life when it's on a screen. Obviously, they're going to make it look.
Yeah,
as
you
can.
get macro shots which you go close up and really emphasize it, but might look a lot different on the wrist. You're right, there's the power. Yeah. So the next one, we really need our birthday boy here to tell us more about.
Indeed.
As he is our Moser man.
He is.
He's got the funky blue Moser Pioneer Center Seconds, and the new one that's just been released is the Moser Pioneer Center Seconds Swiss Mad Red, which is a 42.8mm, 120 water resistant Mad Red Fume dial. See, partially skeletonized leaf-shaped hands with super luminova. It's got the caliber HMC 200 in-house automatic caliber with 3-day power reserve and the Strawman hairspring. And this is a 12,900 Swiss francs or 12,300 euros. And it's gorgeous. I just love it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. No doubt.
I mean, I'm a fan of the Rouge Reverso tribute, and this just looks beautiful in red.
I would be totally willing to enter a monogamous relationship if I got this for Valentine's Day.
Wow, that's a lot. That's big coming from you, pal.
Just saying.
I think you're selling yourself a bit cheap there, Neil, mate.
Well, the day after Valentine's Day is over.
For one day only.
No, I'm wanting to do it like starting right now.
Somebody send one and test that theory.
Yeah, this is another and also too bad that Paul had to go because he's another Moser owner.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is definitely something that I want to eventually add into the collection.
Yeah, you were looking at an endeavor, weren't you?
Yep. David SW still has it too.
Really?
Still sitting down there in Florida.
Endeavor Center Seconds.
Waiting for you, mate.
Sorry, what did you say, GMT? I missed that. I interrupted you.
No, just saying that David SW is waiting for Blue Shirt to pull the trigger.
All right.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't hold his breath because he's going to be waiting a while. I got to get back to work first before any triggers are pulled.
Yeah, Geezer's saying that he saw this Moser last week in the metal and it's very nice.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, were you able to try it on, Geezer, or did you just see it?
Geezer, I need to frequent the places you go to, mate, because you used to bump into some really interesting things.
He sees some nice pieces, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he certainly does, and owns some very nice pieces as well.
Yeah.
Does it say Swiss Mad anywhere on this? No.
I don't think it will do. No.
Yeah, they're not big on stamping it, at least on the dial. Swiss made. Swiss mad.
Yeah. That's what I love about these guys.
Yeah, they have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
About themselves. Okay, yes, he said, yes, I managed to try it on alongside other very nice Mosers, including the Concept Perpetual with the Aventurine dial. Nice, man.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Yeah, Geezer, you do get around there, my friend. God bless.
That's life in London for you guys.
I
miss
guess.
it. I miss it so much. No disrespect, Toronto. I love it here too.
I will disrespect Toronto. I'll do that for you.
What's up with that with that zipper? Why does everyone outside of Toronto hate on Toronto so much? What is it?
My only reason is because when I was an 18-year-old kid, I got flown there to work for the summer. I got put on a different airline than my coworkers. I got off the plane expecting somebody with a sign or something, and this is all pre-cell phone days. Got off the plane, nothing, no communication, nothing like that. So I was stuck in that airport for 9 hours by myself. 18-year-old kid, completely screwed. No way of getting back home to BC. And just out of pure luck, I went outside after making myself a little bed to sleep for the night. And my boss just happened to roll by in a taxi at that time and picked me up. And thank God he did, because I would have been in real bad shape after that. That's my only beef with Toronto. But that was a little bit scary. So
I've been told if I want to see or meet real Canadians, I need to leave Toronto.
Oh, man. Pre-cell phone days, the dark ages for sure. Yeah, no, I mean, other than that, Toronto was great.
He's off to another soiree in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes, yeah, he's just saying that. He's got a private viewing with Vacheron in a couple weeks. He's going to see all their 2020 novelties. So you need to come on here after you do that, Geezer, and you got to give us a full report.
Geezer. Absolutely. I want a full update.
Guys, I'll be right back. Sorry, you'll have to talk about this red watch.
No worries.
Yeah, well, this red one's it's a beauty.
It is.
It's red for love. Makes you fall in love with it.
And it looks good on the rubber strap.
That's why Neo wants it for Valentine's.
Well, it just fades so well from the bright red in the middle to the dark red on the outer of the dial. They do the fume dial so well.
They do. I was just going to say that, Thomas. They do that with the blue and with the gray, and now with the red. They do it really, really well.
Yes, they do it so well. I mean, as you say, with all the different colours that they use, they manage to integrate the blending of the colours so well. It's just looks beautiful. And the fact that you can get it on a rubber as well, you can get it on a rubber strap, and it's a true sports watch.
Yep.
I mean, it's got that dress aesthetic. It looks like a dress watch with those lovely leaf hands, but
it does.
It's a sports watch.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it doesn't look like it at first glance, but it is a true sports watch. It's got 120 meter water resistance. It's it's ready to go. It makes you rethink as you mature and get older and sort of get out of the Rolex sort of bubble. You start to appreciate other things and start to think, well, yeah, actually, I could be going for something like this,
right,
rather than the conventional look,
Correct. Step out of the box. I know exactly what you mean. Yep. Yeah, and this is something that's gonna, pop on your wrist, and it's just nice. But yet it's still a sports watch, like you said. But it has those dress watch elements, but it's still a sports watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's those leaf hands that give it that dress watch aesthetic, I think.
That will go great.
That elegant look.
That will go great with an Arsenal shirt, don't you think, Thomas?
You an Arsenal fan then?
Oh, yeah, I'm a diehard Gooner, me.
I wouldn't.
We lost to Tottenham today. That's what I'm trying to.
I was going to say, don't mention Tottenham then.
Yeah,
You drown in your sorrows, GMT Master?
I am. I'm actually off to a comedy show in about half an hour to an hour. So
Excellent.
social distancing comedy show, 20 guests only. Arrive at a secret location and they come and pick us up and take.
Oh, wow.
And all that crazy stuff downtown Toronto. So
Interesting.
Yeah, part of the problem though is you guys were willing to give Arsene Wenger
here we go. Someone let me know. No? Yeah. Sorry, Neo. Go on, buddy.
I was going to say, you guys, like Arsene Wenger had a free ride for way too long for not, all right, so he had the no-loss season, but come on, guys. He ruined the club overall.
Oh, yeah, he did. I by the end of it, I wanted him to go. He stayed a couple of years too long for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So didn't you think Arsene Wenger was the man then?
He was at first, but like all good things come to an end at some point. There's a reason why for the basketball guys in here, there's a reason why Phil Jackson is not still coaching a basketball team, and Bill Belichick wouldn't be able to go on forever. Everyone has things. The sport moves on at certain points, and you need to be able to move with it, or you get left behind. And I think he was left behind a bit in the modern era. Yeah.
Thank you for throwing in the American football reference there, GMT Master.
Yeah, I don't let you guys. He was a Bill Belichick equivalent to us. So yeah, they all come to an end. They all come to an end at some point.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a coach for all the American sports fans? Can you imagine a coach coaching a team for 20 years, 20 plus years, the same coach? Well,
no.
That's what I want.
What if during one of those years he didn't lose a game?
Yeah, but that was also 17 years ago.
Yeah.
So. But the real reason Arsenal were rubbish is because of Stan Kroenke. Because as you all know, Stan Kroenke is the LA Rams owner, and he moved them to LA, and he used us as leverage to move his team to LA, and didn't spend a penny for like 4 years. So he can get the bank loan to buy the stadium in LA. So we suffered for the LA Rams losing that Super Bowl a couple of years ago.
Ah, really?
Yeah, I was so happy when they lost.
Are you a Raiders fan then instead of a Rams fan?
Anyone that's playing the Rams, I'm a fan of them.
I'm the same way with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Anybody who they're playing, I'm rooting for.
Yeah, that's like the Cowboys. Yeah, same goes for his basketball team because he owns the Denver Nuggets and he owns the NHL team as well. I think Stan Kroenke. You're an NHL fan, aren't you, Blue Shirt?
I am. Yeah, I forget which team he owns.
I think it's the one in Colorado. I think
the Avalanche. Okay.
I think so. I'm not sure. I know he owns the MLS team from Colorado. He owns a few sports teams. But enough about him. I'm already depressed.
Where are they playing? Is it Edmonton and Toronto?
They are going to play in Edmonton and Toronto. Yep. I can't wait. Starting training camps start this coming week. Then they move to the host cities the following week, and then the Stanley Cup playoffs start August 1st. I can't wait.
There is a real good potential for the Calgary Flames to win the Cup in Edmonton's new arena, and that is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that would burn a lot of bridges, that's for sure.
I think I've only gone to something like maybe a dozen NHL games, and every one of those games was against the Canadians, and it was always in America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I watched the Canadians play a lot, and I'm an Islander fan.
Oh.
Ooh, don't say that to Blue
Sorry.
Shirt.
Yeah, ooh.
Anyway, we'll move on from
Yes, let's move on.
from dark times in sport.
I need another beer, but guys, I'll be right back. I need another beer after that.
No problem. No problem, GMT.
Sorry about that, GMT. From Dark Times in Sport, we'll go to Dark Times in reading watches, and we'll go to a full loom diving watch.
Nice.
She's got a full loomed dial. This is the from an aviation inspired company, Bell and Ross. We go to the BR03-92, the Diver Full Loom. It's a 42 by 42 millimeter matte black ceramic case. Let's see, 300 meter water resistance, 60 meter diving scale bezel. 60-minute diving scale bezel on the outer bezel, which is fully loomed. The dial's painted in luminescent superluminova. It's got the caliber BR caliber 302, which is basically a Celita SW 300-1. 99 pieces of this, and it's a 42-hour power reserve. This is $4,500 or 4,400 euros, and basically it's got a dial that lights up like the night sky. Well, like the sun, like the moon in the night sky. Yeah.
Wow.
You have a loom shot?
Yeah, there is one lower down.
Wow.
Wow.
So the full dial is fully loomed.
It's a bunch of Fordists that are like that too, right? I mean, a lot of people have done this. I like Bell and Ross. I think they're good. I like their look.
Yeah, they do some fun watches, I think.
Yeah,
they do.
They're very similarly styled, a lot of them, with that square style, that 42 by 42 look. But they do a few round watches as well.
Yes, they do. But boy, that's shining like a flashlight.
Nice shot.
Yep.
Different for them to do diver when they're very aviation inspired.
Yeah, because the majority of their watches, are based off of a aircraft instrument.
Yeah, absolutely. Instrument gauges. Yeah.
Yep.
So with like your sport, I don't know, like that Moser and all that, you call that a sport watch. You just add a little bit of technology to it, and any watch becomes capable of becoming a dive watch. You know what I mean? Like a few extra gaskets and all that, screw down crown. Anything can be a dive watch.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what what you're trying to achieve. Now, I don't know the like the water resistance on that Moser. I'm sure it's not to ISO spec. So, but I'm sure it's probably like around 100 meters. So that's you could take that swimming.
Yeah, for sure. Never have too much loom. You got that right.
Yeah, you're a loom junkie?
A little bit, yeah. I've seen some, what is it, Loom Tech. You ever seen those in after a little dose of UV? They're insane.
Yeah.
For myself, I don't actually go for it, but I appreciate it when I see it.
Okay. Just so you guys know, the Moser has 120 meters of water resistance. So, yeah, you can take that swimming all day long.
Yeah.
You're not diving with it, but you can swim with it.
Yeah.
And then it's a sports watch. Anything else on this one, Thomas, you got?
No, we can move on to the next one if you want. Just the Chapek California Dreaming.
we know anybody who has one of these?
Chapek?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, no.
So this one looks like a gorgeous watch. It's the electroplated brass style with a grenade finish and the California dial. The numeral California style numeral layout. It's a tri-compact chronograph with the caliber SXH3 based on a Vasher integrated automatic chronograph. It's a 65-hour power reserve. It's a column wheel and vertical clutch chronograph system. Limited to 18 pieces only.
Oh, wow.
41.5 millimeters, and it's 28,000 Swiss francs.
Okay, 28 grand.
But I love those pushers.
Yes.
Very discreet, sort of hidden pushers.
I've never even heard of this brand.
Chapek?
Yeah. It's new to me.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
The other founder of Patek Philippe.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta read up on this.
With its high-14 brand name belonging to the other founder of Patek Philippe, the name Chapek was registered by 3 co-founders in 2012 to legitimize the establishment of the brand they needed to produce a watch. The Chapek designed study watch was their solution and doubled as a showpiece to attract potential investors in their equity crowdfunding scheme. The peculiarity and charm of this robust vintage-style watch was its California dial, the name given to the dials that combine Roman and Arabic numerals. The sale of the watch provided much-needed cash for the fledgling company R&D program and the development of its proprietary SHX1 caliber that would power the Kreideberg collection. Presented in 2015, the Kreidebergs took home the public prize of the GPHG award, and Chapek has never looked back. If you'd like to find out more about this independent brand, don't miss the video from the CEO Javier de Roquemaron.
The California dial is very polarizing. You know, either you're a fan of it or you're not. I kind of like. I never used to like it, and now I've kind of warmed up to the fact, and I kind of like it now.
I love California dials. I'm absolutely in love with them. I actually bought a wall clock from a Panerai dealer.
Nice.
Which was a California style wall clock.
Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. A nice shot.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've slowly started to come around to the California dial. It's definitely different.
I can't say I have.
Like I said, it's polarizing. Not everybody's a fan.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think it's just Romans in general that I'm not too keen on yet.
Mm-hmm.
If I, seeing them in person might change my mind.
Yep. Yeah, so like Thomas said, this is limited to 18 pieces, and it's 28,000 Swiss francs.
Yeah, a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, but an interesting watch. And an interesting looking movement if you scroll further down. What do you think, Neo?
I really like this brand quite a bit, actually. And I mean, I always hate it when the subdials cut off the text. But that's different. In general, I really like this brand. I've never seen one. I've never held one. I love to get someone's opinion on this one
Right.
in general. I like the California dials in general.
Mm-hmm.
I like them low profile pushers.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
Yeah.
I love those.
Very distinctive.
Yeah, almost unnoticeable.
And 18 pieces. That's amazing.
That's pretty limited.
Yeah, you wonder how they're making the money, don't you? When they're just making 18 pieces.
When is it an in-house movement?
Yeah, it will be.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good size too. Just
And
that one pop of red with the
Yeah.
chronograph secondhand.
There's one more new release, which was the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Bathyscaphe Mocaran.
Yes, the
Which was
year of the green dial.
Yeah, the green dialed Bathyscaphe. And I've just done a Google search for this one with some pictures of it.
Not this particular one, but I've had the pleasure of trying on the blue dial bathyscaphe on a couple of times, and it's really nice. It's really nice.
I'm not sure how many they're making of this. I didn't check.
I think this is. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was 500 pieces. Oh no, okay. Let me see if I can find it. 250 pieces.
Is that right? Right.
Yeah. Hold on.
Sorry, was that PVD? It is, right?
I always want maxi dials on these.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and green is by far my least favorite color.
These are black ceramic.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you like this watch and you like, Blancpain makes, I think, amazing watches. Like,
Yeah.
go get one if you like it. You'll enjoy it.
I think I didn't really like the sort of their attempt at a fume dial, you know, where they tried to blend the light into the dark. I think if they'd have gone for a plain olive drab, a more military look, I think that would have suited it a lot more.
My apologies, everyone. I was right the first time. It's 50 pieces.
Really?
It's 50 pieces, yeah. It says here, Blancpain has agreed to make 10 pieces available on a first-come, first-served basis exclusively to U.S.-based. Oh, wow. If you're a watch time reader, they've set aside 10 pieces just for them. So it's 15,500.
Yeah, I think 73 math. This is something to do with being environmentally friendly, this one. I think it's... just let me check again.
Yeah, it says, last but not least, the supported program with the Mokoran Protection Society has already started to make a difference. And it's impressive to see how efficiently the whole team and the project were set up with all hands on deck. I mean, the Bathyscaphe is a very, very nice and impressive watch. Now, especially if the regular 50 fathoms is too big, this is just a little bit smaller. It's 43.6 as opposed to 45.
And Orange Hand saying it's to do with the protection of hammerhead sharks. Yeah, Makaran.
Aren't they giving like something like $100 for every one of these sold to hammerhead shark? It's like some really low number, right? I can't remember, but I read it somewhere. I thought it was kind of like in bad taste.
Yeah.
What you're giving?
That's just marketing at that point.
Yes, nice style. As I say, I would have gone for a slightly different tone of green. I would have gone for a more military, sort of straight green, olive drab colour all over, rather than the light to the dark blending. It's a lovely watch as it is.
Yeah, they are. Again, I'm not a big green dial fan, but just nice watches.
It's quite a big watch, isn't it? The Bathyscaphe. Is it 40, 43?
43. Yeah, this one's 43.6.
Right. Yeah.
Where the regular 50 fathoms is 45.
45, isn't it?
Yeah. Good one, Orange Hand.
I don't know how I feel about that green. You know, olive drab.
Their Blancpain is donating $1,000 per watch to this Mocha Ren Protection Society.
Oh, $1,000 per watch. Wow.
That's not too bad at all.
No.
If it was 100, that'd be an insult.
But you could only buy this from them, right? So like they get, you have to give them the money.
Yeah.
It's not like it's going to an AD.
Will you buy direct from Blancpain?
It's the only way to get this.
Ooh. Okay.
So they were the new releases, and I was just going to bring up a couple of watches that I'd been checking out over the past week. As
sure.
In the next links I've got a Zippo. There's the Vasco watch brand. These are some really interesting watches. These 24-hour watches they are. So Vasco is a French-based company that first launched their watches on Kickstarter in 2019, and unfortunately, it seems that the COVID situation has prevented them from shipping some models because they sourced the leather for some of their straps from Italy, which was badly hit. And Vasco, specializing in a 24-hour watch, and coined the phrase "slow time" with these watches. This 24-hour format has an interesting complication added to the mix, which is the use of some models, like the Nauticals, to be used as a compass. Located on the outer ring of the watch, you simply point the hour hand towards the sun, and the orientation of your watch, the direction that the head is pointing, will give north. You simply reverse the poles for the southern hemisphere. But some watches just have a single hour hand, and others utilize two hands. The hour hand rotates once a day around the dial, reaching noon at 12 o'clock, and at the 12 o'clock position, and midnight at the 6 o'clock position. So it's this one, the nocturnal and the nautical, both use the rare and unique Rakita 2624 movement, hailing from a factory established in St. Petersburg in 1721.
Mm-hmm.
And the watches use 316L steel and are assembled in the Vasco plant in Bescancon in France. And yeah, really interesting. They make the hour hand makes one rotation per day for 24 hours. So the time there is. Let me check.
It's
8.
22, 2210 for
10,
those with 20.
no, 10 past 8, I think it says there.
Trying to see if I can pull this up. Yeah, 10 past 8.
Oh, 10 past 8. Okay, my mistake.
Yeah, so that's 10 past 8 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Interesting.
Yeah, I like it.
So you got to get used to a totally different way of telling the time. It's
Right. It's like the Breitling Cosmonaut as a 24-hour dial.
a totally different way. Something new something so interesting to have in the watch box if you want to mix it up and try a different watch, for the different day, and pull this out one day, and just caught my eye. I was looking online, and it had been recommended to me, and I checked it out, and I was really pleasantly surprised. I just thought, wow, this was a really interesting choice.
I'm surprised you don't see more of that.
It's an interesting design, isn't it? Yeah, an interesting layout.
It is.
And they're going quite cheap as well. I think they're about 400, and they're in a sale. They had all models are currently on an early bird offer, on a pre-order sale offer, and the other two models, the Invincible and the Wild, both utilise one main hour hand with a minute subdial at 9 o'clock and a second subdial at 4:30. And these models use a Miyota 8219 movement. But they're all on offer. The recommended retailer €619, and they're going for €449, which is great. So this one, as you can see, it's got the main hand, which is the hour hand.
Right.
And then you've got a minute hand at 9 o'clock and a second hand at 4:30.
So it's a real regulator.
Yeah, really something interesting to have in the box for that price, for €400.
Yeah, I've never heard of these guys, Thomas.
Yeah, this is a good find, man. This is a good find. These guys are so interesting enough.
Agreed.
Yeah. Side profile picture.
So yeah, you can look them up on their website, which is just search Vasco watches.
I wonder if we're gonna find one.
I'd never seen anything like this. And,
No, me neither.
Just thought it was something interesting.
It is.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Perpetual, welcome.
Hi, Mr. Perpetually well.
12 mil thick, so if that helps.
Okay.
Right, yeah. 40 mil wide and 12.3
Great size.
millimeter thick. Yeah. Yeah, so very interesting watches.
Agreed.
Same layout, different dial, slightly.
Yeah, slightly different dial as the
That's a little bit more legible for my older, tired eyes.
right. Yeah,
The other one was a little hard. The other ones were a little hard to read, but this is a little better.
but that's just great, isn't it? 8:10. So that says you wouldn't have thought. You'd thought that says 10:10, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Yeah, that's what I
8.
thought it was.
Yeah, 8:10 in the morning.
Very interesting.
So you can actually tell morning and night.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
there's
that makes it a little easier to understand what time it is for sure.
yeah.
That's a good endorsement from Megan.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of French brands seem to be coming to the forefront now, and bringing some heritage style pieces as well as some new and different and interesting pieces like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've talked about Yama, and we've talked about Baltic before.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this brand started off as a Kickstarter brand, so I mean they're going places. Looks like it anyway. I mean, the next brand was an all-American brand for U-Blue shirt, but extremely good budget, extremely good prices on these ones. Quartz models mainly.
Okay.
But an all-American brand specialising in field watches at great prices, and one of the quartz models that caught my eye was the E-1S Ballista. It's not the most user-friendly website, this, I must admit. So if you scroll down a bit further, to this watch in the middle there, just with that one. This Ballista, it's a 44mm 200m water-resistant tonneau case with PVD coating, scratch-resistant domed sapphire crystal. It's got a 10-year battery life with low battery alert function, an ergonomic 4 o'clock crown, date at 4 o'clock, and a long-lasting US patented Type B heavy-duty nylon NATO strap. This one's $295.
Not bad. Very legible.
Yeah,
26mm strap.
I love the shape of it, and just that Explorer sort of layout to the dial, the big numerals at the quarter Arabics, and then
it's kind of Bell and Ross-ish a little bit.
Yep. Panerai, Bell and Ross.
Yep.
But damn, 26mm.
That's a wide strap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got removable lug bars as well, so it's,
looks like decent loom. Well, with a 26mm wide strap, you're certainly not going to lose this watch unless you lose your arm.
No. And another one of theirs which caught my eye as well was if you scroll right up to the top, Zippo, if you just go to watch collections and scroll down and click on the DX3 field, you see these ones, and these are unbelievable prices. $65.
Wow.
Wow.
Can you believe
Really?
that?
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
I couldn't believe it. And there's a gorgeous khaki one, just down there. There you are. The Patrol khaki. And there's another one called the Field Glow, which is the full case is made of luminous material, which the full case glows in the dark.
Oh,
It's just scroll down a little bit further and you'll see that one there.
that is wild.
Wow. Look at that.
$75 for that one.
Jesus.
It's a 40 millimeter, 50 meter water resistant ergonomic 4 o'clock crown as well. 3-year battery life, US patented heavy duty B type nylon webbing strap, which is basically NATO. Super luminous hands and markers. US patented fiber reinforced polycarbonate unibody body case for extreme comfort and durability.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just blown away by the value, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And if you're a loom junkie, how could you not love that? And
Absolutely.
especially for the price.
Yeah, if you want to get into a beta, a cheap beta watch for summer, we were talking about betas the other week, and if you want to get into a cheap beta, this is a watch for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Only without the glow, it's got some good legibility to it.
Mm-hmm.
well, even the khaki one, I loved the khaki one further up. That one,
Yeah.
Yep.
great color scheme, different colored watches, mix it up, you know.
Yeah.
Go with different outfits.
Can't beat the price.
Does this look like a marathon? Is that what it resembles?
Yeah,
a little
has
bit.
got-
A
has
little
got
bit.
of that look, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It's just that field watch look. They only make field watches, this brand. So
$65.
Bertucci watches.
I even like the black dial ones,
Yeah.
especially on the khaki strap. It's nice.
You know, though, for $65, if you are willing to wear quartz, and if you like regulator watches, you can go to AliExpress and get a Chenkin clown watch for $60.
Ah, yeah.
Somebody has one of those, don't they?
I did. I got one of
You
those.
got one? Nice.
You got one, didn't you,
$60
Neo?
bucks.
Yeah.
Of course, I got one. $60. It's really funny. My 6-year-old niece thinks it's great.
Nice. Very interesting, Thomas. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
That
Good
was
find.
all I'd looked at really this week, and
Yeah. Good job.
Is there anything else anybody else would like to take a look at?
yeah. Any suggestions from the chat? Anyone wants to take a look at anything?
Yeah,
Always.
feel free, guys.
Well, Wisconsin Watch Guy had a great comment. Somebody should just buy one of each of these and send it to our chief for a paid review.
Yes, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Is he still doing that? Does he still do paid reviews and stuff?
Yeah, he does. He does.
He's been ramping up production, hasn't he?
He goes through those phases in between bouts of the black dog of depression.
Yeah.
But definitely nice. These are cool selections.
Mm-hmm. I got lucky and picked up a G-Shock for 65 Canadian.
Nice.
Really great.
A
Yeah.
square or a regular one?
Regular. I don't know what model it is or anything, but
Yeah, there's always 9,000 G-Shock models. So
yeah. And I'm I don't know. It's lasted a good month so far, so it's pretty good for me.
We've got
Okay, cool.
Deport TGV 2020 saying look up the BR Bell and Ross BR03-93.
Okay.
Oh, he's just deleted that.
BR03-93 GMT.
03-19.
93 GMT.
Yeah, Bell and Ross are pretty. Like I used to have, like I don't know, like 15 years ago, I had a BR01, and that's too big. I sold it. It's too big, but I would get a BR03 definitely. If I were to buy one like the first time now, I would have got the BR3. I'd probably keep it.
Ah, interesting.
Hey guys, I've got to run now. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming on, GMT.
Great to have you on, GMT.
Yeah, can I just say happy birthday to NS if he's going to rewatch this? Happy birthday, mate. I
Yeah,
hope you had a good one.
we all wish him happy birthday, my
Yeah.
Oh,
friend.
look, it's a GMT, just for you.
Oh damn! I've left at the wrong time. I'll have to catch the rest of the stream. I'll still be on my phone. I'll still be on my phone. Actually, I'll still be in the chat.
Thanks
Okay,
for joining
pal.
us, my friend.
Yes,
It's great
thank
to have
you.
you. Great to have you. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Love to see you
Hey,
again.
Megan, you take care too.
Take
Yeah,
care.
enjoy your
absolutely.
comedy show.
Now I'll watch that. I'll be tuning in for the rest of the show on my phone. I'll be in the chat, guys.
Okay.
Catch
Good
you.
night, good night, Megan. Have a good night and
Yes.
take care of your dad. Say hello to him for us.
Yes. Give him our regards, Megan, and good night. Thank you.
Good night, Megan. Good night, guys.
Take care.
And don't forget, everyone, give us a thumbs up if you're
Yep.
on the way out.
Mhm.
And
Orange hand. I don't know if you're still there, but look at that. There's an orange GMT hand there.
yeah, nice.
Up there he is.
Yes, going for that Explorer look, isn't it? That Explorer 2. That aesthetic. It's
I
quite a
kinda
nice
like that.
looking watch.
Yeah.
I quite
Yeah.
like it. Yeah, it's quite a nice looking watch. I like it. It's TGV.
Like I have to admit, the the pilot dial style watches that they make, I'm not a huge fan of.
Mm-hmm.
I go for the more traditional style. This I quite like.
Yeah, good recommendation, Depot 2020.
Yeah.
We got a storm rolling in. My power may cut out, so if that happens, if I just disappear, then that's why.
You're not just hanging up on us.
Enough of these guys, damn it.
I kind of like it. I like the bracelet. I like the
I do. I love
bezel.
the bracelet. Yeah, nice
Bezel's
bracelet.
great.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an amalgamation of a whole bunch of different styles. Very
When did this
interesting.
come out? At a movement.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 42-hour power reserve. That's good.
2893-2. Okay. 4 hertz. Power reserve of 42 hours. Okay. Standard. I like it. Good suggestion.
I like it. Yeah, very good suggestion. Very legible with the quarter Arabics and
Yep.
and no interruption from any of the numerals. Love it.
A little bit of the Explorer dial going on.
Mm-hmm.
Nice hour hand as well. It's got that sort of it's got that mill sub sort of look, hasn't it? That
Yep.
Yeah.
mill sub hour hand, that sword hour hand.
It really is an amalgam of a lot of other good watches.
Yeah.
They take, yeah.
Anybody else have any other suggestions that you want us to pull up? Please let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chi-Town. It's got a little Christopher Ward trident in it. It does. Yep.
How do you guys feel about them? Oh, 3,250 on rubber.
Or 3.5 for the steel bracelet.
Okay.
And always go with steel.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely get the bracelet every time.
Yes, always. Always get the bracelet.
Hmm. Yeah, very good choice. Todd Snyder Timex Pride Watch. Shall we?
You're at the helm, my friend. Chi-Town's.
Guy is.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I don't know who this guy is.
I have no idea either.
Who tops Todd Snyder? He's a designer. He's a famous.
Is he?
Designer. Yeah. He's the one who's designed a lot of the new up and coming Timex watches that people have been falling in love with.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Looks very Swatch-like, doesn't it? Looks like a
Very,
Swatch.
yeah.
Yeah. Definitely looks like a swatch.
Interesting.
Yeah. What else has this guy done?
He's got like he's his own brand now, but like he's designed like a whole he's redesigned store interiors for companies. He's just like a designer.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's got that 80s Swatch look, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you call that? Vaporwave? Is that what they call that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's I don't know, kind of a design aesthetic based on 80s neon in the future. I think they call Vaporwave.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Okay. Very Andy Warhol, agreed.
Yeah, very Andy Warhol. I think did Chi-Town want the U50, the Zin U50 pulling up?
Let's see. Sin U50, yeah.
Now this is basically a 40mm version of the U1, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is a much more wearable version. With the U1 being, is it 44mm? Looks gorgeous.
That is.
Gorgeous watch, Chi-Town. Beautiful.
Good
I love it. I love those hands, those Lego hands, you know.
Which one, the black or the steel? Or is that titanium?
It's the tegmented steel. It's so it's coated. It's coated steel.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's titanium. I'm not sure. It might be.
It's not titanium.
Okay. I'm just judging by the dull gray.
It's steel. It's hardened in a special chemical process. They use it for subs and things like that.
Yeah, they make German submarine steel.
Nice.
Yeah, lovely watch, Chi-Town.
Yeah, good call.
And HBA's wanting the Omega Constellation. Oh, sorry, Omega Constanella.
I'll find that.
Must be the Constellation. Try Constanella. Try that.
Constenella.
Give that a go.
Okay. And Orange Hand, thanks for joining. Always good to have you here, mate.
Thanks, guys. Later, Orange.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
Constella. Is that something? Constellation.
Must be the Constellation.
Yeah. Is there a new one out? Nobody's heard of
Not
that?
too sure.
Yeah, no, I'm not too sure. Take care, Orange Hand.
The Costanza.
The Costanza, yeah, I saw that.
Well, I don't know what we're looking for here, man.
Well, Rajiv's talking my language. He's talking
Yes.
the Breguet 5817.
Okay.
ST, good. That's a beautiful watch.
$5817.
Oh, yeah.
I'd go for the steel dial myself. I'd go for that. I wouldn't go for the black in it. That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
I agree with you, Thomas. That would be my choice too.
Yeah.
Be right back again, guys.
Those blued hands. I mean, this is similar to the one Carlos has got, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. The Marine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a lovely watch.
It is really, really good looking.
You've got to go simple with the Marine, so I think I mean, the ones that have the wavy dials, the wavy blue dials, I'm not a fan of at all. And the ones with the blue in the middle and the black in the middle. But if you go with this nice plain dial, it's exquisite, gorgeous.
I agree. It's really, really classic looking. I just love the blued hands. I'm a sucker for blued hands.
I know. Those blue Breguet hands just spot on, aren't they?
And they pop.
They really do, don't they? And they're emphasized so much more with the plain dial. Nothing's taken away from the hands. You can really focus on the hands a lot more with that plain dial. Good choice, Rajiv.
Yes. Excellent choice. Yeah. Breguet just has so much to offer. And they're a great brand.
Yeah, I love Breguet. Masters.
For sure.
Well, Zippo, I must say it's 9:30 here, and I haven't had my dinner yet, so I'm going to go and put the oven on.
All right. Yeah, I think 2.5 hours we can call it a day.
Right on.
The guy would be so pissed at us, right?
Well, we did 3 hours last week.
Yeah. That was a marathon.
Yeah, that was a good one. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thanks to GMT Master and Paul for joining us.
great to see them on.
Yeah,
And you guys, don't be shy. Next time, please feel free to come and join us and
exactly.
shows you watch books and shows you watches and chat to us about your watches and how you got into it and
Yeah,
about
exactly.
anything to do with the hobby. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, Rajiva, I'd love to see that beautiful blue sky dweller. So please join us once.
If I can ask one favor, wish NSsomething a happy birthday in the comments.
Yes, happy
Yes.
birthday, NSsomething.
Happy birthday, NS.
Happy birthday, my friend. Hope you're having a good party.
Yeah,
Hope it's fun.
right on.
You should be enjoying yourself.
And I thank everybody here for joining. Always a good time.
Always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, it's great. A lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you, Flippin'.
No problem. Okay, take care of yourselves, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Neo, happy birthday again, belated, and good to talk to you.
Yeah, great to speak to you, Neo.
I will try to be on next Sunday for a reunion.
Yeah. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Yes. Take care, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank
Peace.
you.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.